Hello, everyone. Greetings and welcome back to CBEC Education and Study Abroad channel. It's a pleasure to come back to present part two of what we've been discussing the last time on comparison of the American and Cameroonian system of education. I just want to take this opportunity to thank everyone that has shared the video, that has liked the video, that has subscribed to the channel. Please, we need more subscriptions. So go ahead and smash the subscription button, as well as share this to other people that are interested. So today our part two will be focused on the structure of the American system of education. So let's go ahead straight. So you might ask a question, how would this help me? Because that's sometimes you're like, so why do I care? How would this help me? So the first thing I want you to note here is that it will help you prepare to position yourself and children for success and application for undergraduate and graduate programs. You remember what we said? I said serendipity is not luck for me. It is when opportunity meets preparedness. So this is part of the preparation process. Next, for someone who wants to study in the US or who is traveling to the US as an international student, you want to really know how the system works. For example, when I came here and I talked to my students, I'm like, hey, how are you? What year are you? And the student will be like, I am a sophomore. And I'll be like, huh? I don't know what a sophomore is. But today I can tell you that what, if somebody tells me that a sophomore, I know that they are in second year in the university. And or if somebody says, oh, I'm a junior, I'm a senior, I know exactly what they are talking about. So this is going to help you understand so that in a conversation, you're not lost. Again, for those who have won the DV lottery and they're like, okay, I'm moving with my family. What am I going to do? Is the American system better than mine? I don't know. So you can use this video as a comparison of your system of education with the American system of education. If you're a worker and your company has transferred you to the US, do not be afraid if you have a family. Do not be afraid of how you're going to integrate. This is going to help you, engage in small talk conversations when it has to do with education, as well as understand how your children will fit in the system. It will also help teachers in other countries, okay, to understand how the US system works and how it compares to theirs. And lastly, it will facilitate integration of teachers recruited from overseas to teach in the US school system. So right now, I know there is a program like FACES, so where teachers usually apply to come and teach in the US for like 3 years or so. And I know a lot of people that have participated in the FACES program. So in order to be a good fit in that program, understanding the US system and how it works is also really an important thing. So you're not lost in the whole thing and you don't know what's going on here. All right, so I'm going to now present to you some of the charts. Just before I go ahead, if you like this video, please just don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And so right here on our extreme left, we have a chart, okay, from the National Center for Education Statistics, that shows us what the US system of education is. So overall, generally, this system is made up of 12 groups. Okay, 12 grades grouped depending on the state or the school district where you are. Okay, so I'll walk you through the different groups for the elementary, then I'll show you the university system as well. So usually, people who are maybe you want to stay at home, you want to send your child to daycare. Daycares here do accept kids for up to 6 weeks. Okay, so daycares can and daycare sometimes, and then you also have preschool. So when you talk about preschool and nursery and kindergarten, the difference between preschool, nursery, and kindergarten is just the age difference. So right here on this chart, you can see that for nursery, we're talking about 3 and 4 years old. All of those are pre-K, pre-kindergarten. okay? And that's also preschool. And then you have kindergarten that begins sometimes around 5-year-old. So kids like 5 years old are in kindergarten. So after kindergarten, what is the next level of education? The next level is going to be elementary school. Okay, so elementary school begins when the child is sometimes around 6 years old, and that approximately corresponds to like class 2 in the Cameroon system of education. That's my example that I've been using so far. All right, so it can compare to another system of education in the world. You just need to find out what your system is, because this is standard, and then you compare it to the US system. So once you're in the elementary school, there are different pathways in the elementary school. Okay, so you can do from grade 1 right up to grade 8. And then then from grade 8, you go to 9 and 10. This is high school, and this is elementary school, right? And then there is another system that you do from grade 1 to 4, and then you go to middle school, and middle school is 4 years. After middle school is high school, which is 4 years high school. In other words, you can do another 6-year system where you do from 1 to 6, okay? So from grade 1 to 6, you're in elementary school, and then you go to junior high school, which is 3 years, and senior high school, which is 3 years. Or it could be a system where you do from grade 1 to 6, and then you do junior, that's combined junior and senior high school, which is 6 years too. So once you complete high school in the US system, you complete with a high school diploma. However, some people do not complete with a high school diploma, and later on in life they end up with a GED, okay, and something like that. So we'll be talking a little bit more on that. So once you're graduated from high school in the US, the next you might choose what you want to do, either to go to a vocational technical institution, or you go to a community college, or you go to a college or a university. All right, so those are the pathways that you can use. So when you're done with your undergraduate program, you can either do a master's degree or a postgraduate, okay, master's or postgraduate. And then there is also a professional schools that you can go into. And when you have a master's degree with your thesis, you can go ahead to do your postdoctoral studies and your doctoral studies, and then postdoctoral studies. Just as a reminder, your grades have a huge part to play. Not only grades, I'm going to be showing you in other subsequent videos, for those who want to come to the university here, what it takes to prepare for you to move from high school to undergraduate, or you're moving from undergraduate to graduate. What does it entail? How do I prepare? I'll be walking you through that shortly. So in a nutshell, most high schools in the US are 4 years. So that's something that you want to take. And I would zoom in a little bit more into the from elementary to high school. That's the secondary school system, and show you. So looking at what I just showed you here. So remember, this is our nursery and pre-K. Okay, so, and then this is our kindergarten, then the elementary school. And remember, we have, like I said, the 8-4 system. Okay, then there is the 4-4-4 system, and there's a 6-3-3 system, or the 6-6 system. So this just depends on your state or district. That's what determines what system you have. So an understanding of this system is very important, so that you know when to start helping your child. So if you're planning that your child will go to college, or you want your child to go to a community college, what do you do? Because there are opportunities for children here to start learning a trade, before they ever complete high school. So I've been, my example was like in Oklahoma, there's Meridian Tech, where in Meridian Tech, I saw students from high school, they'll go attend Meridian Tech. By the time they're completing high school, those students are very good, maybe in body works or building, depending on what they choose, So those are some things that happen here. So when do I start preparing for that? So those are a couple of things that I just want to throw here. Then one other thing that I was talking about, knowing what these names refer to. So at the level of high school, when you're in 9th grade, you're like a freshman in high school. So they call you a freshman. When you're 10th grade, you're a sophomore. When you're 11th grade, you are a junior. When you're 12th grade, you're a senior. Now when somebody says, oh, I am a sophomore. You're not going to be looking at the person like I did when I came to the US. When somebody says I'm a sophomore, I'm looking at like, huh? What does a sophomore mean? Sophomore at the level of the university is second year in the university, okay? And then it is 10th grade at the level of high school. And then when a person say, oh, I'm a junior, junior means that what? You are like 11th grade at the level of high school, and then you are third year in the university. And your senior will be 12th grade, and it's equivalent to your final year in the university. So these are some of the things that, kind of like, you want to know in small talk, small conversations. You meet people, students, you want to make friends. And somebody was like, oh, when I was a sophomore. And you're looking at them like, what are you talking about? What's going on here? No, you don't want to act like that. You can cue in into the conversation, and you guys have a fluent and a fluid conversation. And so that is that for the US system of education. Next time we'll be comparing. So what's coming up soon? Part 3, comparison of the US system and the Cameroon system of education. And so if you like so far what you are seeing us do, please do not forget to like, share, and smash the subscription button. We need your subscriptions. And let me know in the comment section if there are some questions that you have, or you want to chat or send me an email if you have any concerns. Thank you so much for taking your time out to listen to part 2 of our video on the structure of the American system of education. Thank you. See you next time.